No, he won't. No, we've had a discussion about that, and Swanee's got some really solid sort of cross training work in and football work. We'll take that opportunity for him to really feel top of the ground. We'll get plenty of football touch into him and have him cherry ripe for West Coast. Yeah, it's good. It's a solid game, and you know you're going to get a great contested battle against Sydney, and we expect the same against North Melbourne Saturday night. It's it's that time of year. You're not expecting any soft contests, and we're definitely not. We're not looking for them. We see ourselves as a fierce contested ball team, and we'll be dishing that up for the rest of the year. Yeah, look, I think it was overrated. I think we've been improving steadily throughout the year. It's definitely been a really strong focus for us to get that defensive aspect of our game nutted down. We were probably early in the season, we're playing a little bit of ping pong footy where it's going up and back and transitioning too quickly. And if you see that happening in our games, we're probably not playing the way we want to play. We want to be very fast when we've got the ball in our hands. We want the opposition to be slow when they've got it in theirs. So the defensive attributes and the contested ball is something that we spend a lot of time on, and our numbers suggested that we were as high as we were for the whole year on the weekend, which is a great indication for where we need to get to. Yeah, well, the ground size definitely has an impact on the way the game is played. And as you do for personnel, as you do for the opposition that you're playing against that particular week, as you do for potentially periods of your evolution and your development coming into a final series, you're probably trying to really screw things down and get some things right. So there's always little shifts in game plan, little shifts in structure and tactics, and mainly for the opposition you play. But the ground is definitely a consideration, given that Etihad's a faster track than the MCG. Yeah, look, they've got a really defined game structure, and they've got a real belief in the way they play. I think their development over the last couple of years has been very strong. They've got young players, fit players that are buying into their system, and they're playing a really strong and intense game of style of footy. So yeah, I've been impressed by what they've been able to achieve and the way they're going about it. So we've got our hands full to be able to break that down and take advantage of other areas. At least another week. The same. Yeah, you got to remember that these guys have played very little footy. So Ben Johnson's now played 3.5 quarters. Crack's played 2 games back. Brent McCaffer's played 2 games back in the VFL. So the time will come where we make a call on whether they're right to come up or whether we need to see more of them. Time's running out. We've got 2 more VFL games, but not just for those players, but clearly there's some talent in our stocks that want to take advantage of their opportunities at VFL level and be putting their foot forward by playing great footy, and that's to put the match committee to a challenge, and whether it's Johnson or Cracker or McCaffer or Ugle, Jackson Payne, etc. These players, young and rounds, they're players that want to play good footy and put their name up for selection. No, look, his first quarter on the weekend was really encouraging. He really hasn't had a lot of momentum in his season, and that's doesn't matter how good a player you are, or how good your skill is, or what esteem you held in externally, internally. In the end, all you want is to get a good run at it. And Daisy needs some consistent footy. He really is chafing at the bit. He's fit and he's firing, and now he just needs to get 8 solid quarters of footy in to be really cherry ripe to go into September. And I was encouraged by what we saw in the first quarter on the weekend. It was disappointing that he got injured and had to get subbed out, but he's actually come up as well as we could have hoped, and he's really looking forward to Saturday night.